So without any further ado, let us please put our hands together to welcome to the stage Mr. Venkatramu. Thank you.
Is this functional? Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm here to give a brief introduction about India Post Payment Bank and India Post. As you all know, Department of Post, through post offices, cover every nook and corner of the country. While when the policymakers were discussing about how to solve the puzzle of financial inclusion, one of the issues that policymakers were facing was about the access towards financial inclusion or financial services. There are many banks, but obviously without access, you will not be able to probably deliver those services to remote parts of the country. So as a part of that, payment banks were chosen, and especially for payment banks, those set of players were chosen who has got wide distribution network, be it telecom players or be it a department like Department of Post. Thankfully, with the widespread coverage of department, we were able to extend and deliver various banking services through the post offices. So what essentially the problem has got solved through this is that you already got a physical network. So talking of the network of post offices across the country, there are totally 1,60,000 post offices. And of this, 1,30,000 post offices are in rural areas. So which means almost on an average, every 4 to 5 villages, there is a post office. And there is a postman who is called as Gramin Dak Sevak. So he goes about delivering mail services and also the financial services. Because the other thing that probably most of you know is about delivery of small savings. Like you talk about, there are 9 different schemes. Recently in the budget also there was a scheme which got launched, which is Mahila Samman Nidhi. So these are some of the schemes which are already delivered through post offices. And financial inclusion actually started way back through post offices. Maybe during Britishers' time, it was felt that post offices are an apt medium for extending financial services. And it all started from there. But again, the history came back, and then with financial inclusion goal to be solved, probably Department of Post was chosen as one of the right choice. So with this objective, the operations got started, and in 2018 is when the operation started. Apart from the post office financial services, which is called as Post Office Savings Bank, there is also another service which get extended through post office that is called postal life insurance. So along with that, what got added through payment bank is the regular banking services. And it is not only regular banking services, but it's more about the digitally enabled interoperable banking services. So with the post office getting converted into a bank, virtually any bank customer is able to access banking services through post office. And thanks to products like AEPS, BBPS, and various other NPCI promoted products, be it UPI. So all these services have got delivered through post offices. And I must say that the relevance of this particular network has come to the fore with COVID. When the entire banking system was shut, this being one of the essential services, especially in the rural areas, the postman was able to deliver cash door to door. And another aspect which really helped in taking banking services to rural areas is about DBT. The DBT through AEPS and APBS has indeed helped in making the postman a chelta firta banker. So this is the kind of network and setup which we already have. Now, how do we utilize this? Today we all talk about digital public infrastructure, but what we also need a digital, probably a public service infrastructure. And post office fits that particular bill, where with its vast network of post offices can actually extend these services. So in a way, I can say that with the help of technology, and with the help of various service providers, this unique network of post offices can convert itself into a universal service platform. With the help of technology, you can port any service which is relevant to citizens. So our thought process is to make it more and more relevant with more and more citizen-friendly services. It need not necessarily be only financial services. It can be extended to other non-financial services. For instance, today a postman is able to utilize digital medium through extend services like pension services, whether it is Jeevan Praman, like digital life certificate, where people who cannot move out of their house for providing or for accessing these kind of services are able to take care of these services. So similarly, the Aadhaar-related services, which is child enrollment. So all these services are probably not possible without the help of last mile connectivity. So which is where Postman has become a bridge in connecting this last mile connectivity, especially the service connectivity. So coming to the a point of account aggregator, how account aggregator can actually help, or probably Postman can help in taking the advantage of account aggregator. Today, the problem towards handling the credit is not just availability, is not just data, but it is also about availability of data. So which is where we'll showcase as to how a Grameen Dak Sevak can become relevant in gathering this data, because data is very important, especially credit to informal sector. Gathering this informal data through various sources is very, very critical, and which is where we would like to do our bit in extending this. And I'm sure with the kind of services and products that are available and the kind of technology that is available, we'll be able to meet success. Thank you.